Welcome to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. This podcast is here to help you to conquer your big goals. Because the big things in your life that you want to accomplish and achieve, they're going to take more than one step. And this podcast is here to help you develop the right mindset, to take the actions, to keep moving forward and making progress towards your big goals. That way, you can guide your life to go in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it too. I'm your host, Nick Mazey. Let's get started. Welcome to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. This is episode 69. Glad you're here today. As I've said on other episodes, if you are interested in looking at the show notes for these episodes, you can go to nickmazey.com and you can just search for either the title, the topic, what we're talking about, or just the episode number. So for today, you could just go to nickmazey.com, type in 69, or decide to enjoy life, which is going to be what we're going to be talking about in the search bar on the website, and it'll come up with the show notes and any links and stuff like that there too. Now, one more thing before we dive into today's episode. Here at the Eat Your Elephant podcast, I'm really big on mindset and taking action. And recently you did a whole series on choosing your mindset and the different things that we can focus on to help our mindsets to be what we want them to be. So along those lines, I made a simple little cheat sheet resource. That's the 5 daily choices that you make that create your mindset. And if your mindset's not where you want it to be, if it's not helping you to set goals, take action, and enjoy life, then you might want to make adjustments to one of these 5 areas. If you're interested in that, just go to nickmazey.com/5DC. That's nickmazey.com/5, then the letters DC for daily choices. That's the 5 daily choices that you make that creates your mindset. So make sure you get that free resource and start shaping your mindset to be more how you want it to be. All right, on to today's episode. Talk about deciding to enjoy life. Have you decided to enjoy life? That might seem like a kind of a dumb question. Of course I want to enjoy life. But if you haven't made that actual decision, if you haven't consciously done that, then you might want to do it. Just decide to enjoy life. Now there's a little bit of a catch. See, a decision requires action. Otherwise it's not really a decision, is it? Here's a little example that I like. I forget where I heard it, but there were 5 frogs sitting on a log. One of them decided to jump off. How many are left? Well, 5. That is until the one that decided to jump off follows that decision with some action. So you're listening to the Eat Your Elephant podcast. It's all about conquering goals and enjoying life. So how can we apply this simple little lesson from the frog sitting on a log to goals and enjoying life? Easy. Make a decision and take action. You can choose what you do. You can choose how you view what you do. You can choose how you view your life. You get to decide, what you want to do in this life, and you can pursue it. You can choose if you want to be happy, or not, and then you can focus on whichever one you want. Of course, I say choose to enjoy life. Are you with me? Is enjoying life something that happens to you, or is it something you can decide to do? Well, in case you haven't picked up on it so far, I think it's something that you can decide to do. I believe that you can choose to enjoy life because you can choose to make the most of it and see the good things and appreciate what you have. It's not always easy. Heck no. In fact, it's probably going to be a bigger challenge and more work to enjoy life, to make that conscious choice and to back it up with the actions necessary. That's probably going to be a lot more work and a bigger challenge than just staying miserable. Now, you can just choose to be miserable, complaining about the things that aren't going your way, focus on the negative, poor me, why aren't things better, I want what they have, any of that stuff. You can choose to be miserable. In fact, that path of least resistance, that probably is the easiest thing you possibly can do, is just to stay miserable. But clearly, I don't recommend that. This whole podcast isn't about that. This whole podcast is choosing what you want and then pursuing it and making the absolute best of your situation as you work to improve it. See, I say choose to enjoy life, because when you make that decision and you follow it up, the payoff is well worth the effort, because you get to experience the benefit of enjoying your life more, of your life being more how you want it to be. If you or you can choose to do nothing, and that's your choice. Now, if you're reading this, the choice is yours. And if you choose to not pursue your goals, and to not make the most of your life, that's your choice. But you can't blame anybody else for any of that. And for the fact that just because you're listening to this and now you have a choice, it's going to be a conscious choice of yours if you choose to do nothing. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin that for you. But are you going to let your situation and your surroundings determine the quality of your life? Are you going to let things that are outside of your control determine if you enjoy life or if it goes how you want? Or are you going to choose to make the absolute most of where you're at right now while you strive to create the life that you want? The choice is yours. Now, it's not saying that everything's going to magically be better and life's going to be wonderful just because you decide. No, but it can be better. So you can choose to make the most of where you're at. The choice is yours. And regardless on what you do, you will end up deciding because your actions will show your choice. Either you can decide in your mind what you want and then follow that through with the actions to make it happen, or you decide not to. I think the answer is clear. I say make the absolute most of what you have and what you've been given, because you're capable of so much. And all you really need to do is choose to do your absolute best to make the most of what you have, make the best of your situation, enjoy it as much as you can, and take action going in the direction that you want to go. That's it. This is your life. You can choose to enjoy it. You can. So are you ready to decide to enjoy life? Well, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining in. Hope you enjoyed it. Just another mention again, if you want to get the cheat sheet for the 5 daily choices that create your mindset, just go to nickmazy.com/5DC. You can find it there and make the adjustments that you need to make so that you can have the mindset that you want, one that's going to help you to achieve your goals, enjoy life, keep moving forward. Because it's your life. It's worth it. It's worth a little bit of work and effort to make it how you want it to be. Take care, and I'll talk to you in the next episode.